Welcome to Chronicles of My Inner Worlds. Today, we're going to do something really special. We're going to dive deep and deconstruct a single, incredibly profound spiritual hypnosis session. This is the 20th session of this 2025 season, a journey where a guide, Christophe, accompanies a participant, Vincent, into the depths of consciousness. We're going to pull it apart, piece by piece, to see how it works, what the key ideas are, and what we can learn from it. And stick around, because we're going to close this out beautifully with an original piece of music born directly from the energy of this very session. Before we even start the journey, we have to understand the foundation it's all built on. It comes down to this single quote from Christophe, the guide. It translates to, "Acceptance is to open and welcome what manifests with the greatest sincerity." Everything, and I mean everything, hinges on this. It's about radical, non-judgmental acceptance. It's the key that unlocks the door to the inner world, giving you permission to experience whatever comes up without trying to control it.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to follow the session's actual flow. We'll start by setting the scene, then we'll embark on the journey to the core. From there, we'll cross the interdimensional bridge, and then we'll look at the return, which is fascinating because we get two totally different perspectives, and we'll wrap it all up with the key lessons we can take away from this incredible experience.
Okay, let's get right into it. Part 1, setting the scene. This is all about laying the foundation, creating the right container for the deep work that's about to happen. The whole thing kicks off with just 3 very intentional breaths. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. The first breath is all about release, just letting go of anything that isn't useful, all the baggage from the day. The second breath is an invitation. It's about calling in guidance and illuminating what Christo calls the inner temple. And the third breath, that's all about energizing the entire session with pure love. In just 3 breaths, you've created this secret, receptive space ready for the journey.
All right, the stage is set. The energy is right, so now we go deep. This brings us to part 2, the journey to the core. This is where Christophe starts to weave these potent, powerful metaphors to actually construct the inner world for Vincent.
The first and most central concept is the inner temple. Now, don't just picture some old stone building. No, this is way cooler. It's described as a personal, crystalline inner sanctuary. And the most amazing part is how you activate it, with vibration. Think about running your wet finger around the rim of a crystal glass and how it starts to sing. That's the idea here. It's not a static place. It's a resonant, interactive environment that you bring to life. From this living temple, the journey goes even deeper. Literally, Christophe instructs Vincent to focus his attention on a single seed and to accompany that seed on a journey all the way down to the central crystal of the earth. Now, in this vision, the Earth's core isn't molten rock. It's a place of pure, white, crystalline energy. This is a profound move, connecting the personal inner world directly to the conscious, energetic heart of the planet itself. So you might be wondering, why do this? Why travel to the Earth's core? Well, the purpose is explicitly stated. It's to re-inform our structure with the multitude of available vibrational modes. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a cosmic software update for your soul. By connecting to this central crystal, you're essentially plugging in to download new frequencies, new information, new ways of being that can enrich your entire system.
Okay, so that deep connection with the planet is now established, but we're not stopping there. The scope is about to expand massively. This is section 3. The interdimensional bridge, where the idea of communication goes from being personal to truly universal.
So, how exactly do you expand consciousness beyond that Earth connection? How do you go from connecting with the planet to, well, connecting with everything else? The answer lies in the next powerful metaphor, and this one completely changes the direction of communication. And here's the key. Christophe explains that the process has to stop being one-sided. It's not just about passively receiving information anymore. He says you have to feel now and project yourself to the other side of the bridge. This is so important. This bridge isn't some passive conduit you wait for messages to cross. It's an active tool for perception. You are the one who has to project your awareness, your consciousness, into these other dimensions. The whole point of this bridge is to connect to all dimensions, totally free from the constraints of time. And here's the part that I find absolutely brilliant. The instruction is to let your intuition and your imagination take over. In this context, imagination isn't making things up. It's framed as a vital, legitimate tool of perception for these nonlinear spaces. It's a direct command to trust what your mind's eye is showing you. So after this incredibly complex, epic inner journey through crystals and dimensions and bridges, what did Vincent actually remember? This brings us to what might be the most revealing part of the whole session, Section 4, the return, and the stark contrast between the experience and the memory of it. The contrast here is just, wow, it's staggering. On one side, you have Christophe's guidance, this rich, complex, multidimensional narrative. And on the other side, you have Vincent's recall. His very first words translate to, I was lost. He said the only thing he clearly remembered was an image, a feeling of being in a temple and being some kind of guardian of that temple. That's it. This huge gap between the guided journey and the fragmented memory, that's where the magic is. And this disconnect wasn't just mental. It was profoundly physical. After the session, Vincent reported feeling flottant, which means floating, ungrounded. He found it difficult to reintegrate, saying his own body suddenly felt too narrow. This is a huge clue. It suggests that something profound and real happened on a sensory, energetic level, even if his conscious mind couldn't hang on to the story's details. So, if the participant says, I was lost, you might think the session was a failure. Right? Wrong. Absolutely not. In fact, this is where we get to the heart of it. This brings us to our final section, the key lessons and the deep wisdom that's hidden inside this very disconnect. Christophe himself offers this incredible insight. He basically says, through the words, there are also things that escape us. And that's a good thing, because it allows us to evolve beyond what we could seek to control. That is such a powerful idea. The point isn't to have a perfect mental recording of the journey. The real value is in trusting a process that operates way beyond the limits of our conscious, controlling mind. And this idea of trusting the process, of letting go of the need to control or remember everything, it all boils down to one single core principle that's just so liberating. Here it is, what is expressed is what is liberated. The guide compares it to releasing trapped gas from a swamp. The healing is in the release itself, in the bubbles coming to the surface. You don't need to analyze every single bubble. The journey, the expression, the experience, that is the therapeutic act. The memory of it is just a souvenir. So, to pull it all together, what are the big lessons here? First, you have to trust the process more than you trust your conscious memory of it. Second, an experience can be deeply transformative even if you don't remember all the details. Third, that non-judgmental acceptance we started with is absolutely critical. Fourth, and this is a wild detail, even external disruptions can sometimes deepen the experience. At one point, the guide's grandchild actually blew on his face, and instead of breaking the state, it took him deeper. And finally, the goal is always integration, bringing the benefits of the journey back into your life, not just exploration for its own sake. Which leaves us with this final, powerful question to ponder. If the journey's real value isn't in the memory, then where does it actually lie? Is it in the subconscious shifts, the energetic changes, or just in the simple, profound liberation of what was expressed? And now let's move on to the musical composition, inspired directly by this very session. If you enjoyed this episode, please click the thumbs up, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next journeys in Chronicles of My Inner Worlds. And if you were touched by what you heard, please share this episode with others. Sometimes a single insight can make all the difference. See you again soon on the next inner journey.
Three breaths in, let the noise fade out. Drop the weight, let the doubts fall down. First breath clears the floor, the door. Third one fills the room with love. I stand in my temple, crystal bright, a sanctuary glowing in the night. No stone, no wall, just pure vibration. My soul starts humming its own creation. I don't need to see it all, I just need to feel the calm. Intuition takes a backseat now. Imagination, show me how. Step across the bridge, don't look down. Project your light to unknown ground. Anchor deep in earth's pure core, but my spirit's knocking on 1,000 doors. From the center to the stars, I'm collecting light from worlds afar. Step across the bridge and come back home. As in the sea down through the flame to meet the crystal with no name, fused with the pulse of the planet's heart. Got reborn in a single spark, then up it rose past suns and skies, through veils of barren terrestrial lives. Like cotton candy in cosmic wind, new joy stuck to me from within. Like two blades sharpening side by side, we grow by meeting, not by hiding. I don't need to hold it tight, I just need to trust the flight. Even when I feel unglued, the return is part of what I'm due. Step across the bridge, don't look down. Project your light to unknown ground. Anchor deep in earth's pure core, but my spirit's knocking on 1,000 doors. From the center to the stars, I'm collecting light from worlds afar. Step across the bridge and come back home. After the flight I felt unmoored, body too tight, feet not secure, like I was floating, lost, unclaimed. But that's a shift, that's how it's named. No need to judge, no need to fix, just say it out, I felt the mix. Words release what the mind can't hold, the process works more than I'm told. Even the noise, the kid who cried, it pulled me deeper, open wide. I didn't fail, I didn't fall, I integrated, that's all. Step across the bridge, don't look down. Project your light to unknown ground. Anchor deep in earth's pure core, but my spirit's knocking on 1,000 doors. From the center to the stars, I'm collecting light from worlds afar. Step across the bridge and come back home. I am changed but still the same, just brighter, wider, not to blame. No need to prove, no need to show, the journey lives in how I glow. Step across, step across.